Hi guys, welcome to this class of the continuation of mixture and alligation. So you have already done so many things in mixture alligation. Today we will do something more, and then we'll go with the questions as well. So before starting that, what I am going to do here today, I'll teach you another thing which we have already started. So you remember about this iron wala question. So let's say in still 1 is there, still 1 was already there. So let's say this is still 1. So in still 1, let's say the iron is to nickel was 3:2, and still 2, the iron is to nickel is, let's say, 4:1, right? It was there. Now let's say I need to mix, now I need to create S3 by mixing S1 and S2. So you have already done that, you are creating S3 by mixing S1 and S2. So now let's say in S3 is basically mixing S1 and S2, and it is given that in S3 the ratio of iron to nickel is, let's say, 13:7, right? Now what I need to do, I need to solve this question, right? I need to solve this question. I need to find what is the ratio of S1 and S2. So this is I'm giving you another the brief of it, the still 1, still 2 are there. In still 1 the ratio of iron nickel is given 3:2, still 2 is also given 4:1, and S3 is something where the S1 and S2 is merging in S3, so that in S3 the iron nickel becomes 13:7. Now how to solve this type of question? Now there are too many ways we can solve this question. You already know how to find percentage. So in S1 the iron percentage is 60%. How it is 60? I'm just giving you one brief. This is 3 upon 3 plus 2 into 100. In this way I can find the percentage, that is 60%. So what is iron in S2? Iron in S2 it will be 80%, right? And iron in S3 will be, the iron percentage will be 13, that is 65%. Now you have the iron percentage for 3 cases, right? Now I know 60% iron mixing with 80% iron and giving me 65% iron. So what is the ratio? The ratio is, this is 15, this is 15 and this is 5. So the ratio is nothing but 3:1. So I can find the ratio of S1 and S2. So I can see S1 is to S2 is nothing but 3:1. Now see how fast we can solve this question by using the mixture alligation method. So this is very important thing to understand how exactly we use it. Some people might say, why I'm not taking nickel? So in case you want to take nickel, you can do that same also. In case of nickel, that is 40% nickel is here, yes, and here there is 20% nickel, and here there is 35%. You do take nickel, also get the same answer. This is 5, this is 15. So again the answer is 3:1. So take nickel, take iron, it will give you the same answer. Now a lot of people ask me whether this is easy to do, let's say it is easy to do, create percentage, right? Now sometimes it is very difficult to create percentage. In those cases what we are supposed to do? In those cases what you can do, I'll giving you, so you can just need to take the proportion. In case of S1, what is the proportion of iron? That is 3/5. In S2, what is the proportion of iron? 4/5. And in S3, it is 13/20. That is the proportion of iron. Out of total, 3/5 iron is there, 4/5 iron is there. In the average, 13/20 iron is there. So now do the same thing again. So 13/20 minus 4, this is upon 3/20 you'll get. Subtract this, you'll get 1/20, right? So if you solve this thing, you'll get directly 3:1, again the ratio. So you don't need to even find the percentage as well. So remember, this is very important thing. So you have to understand where you need to use percentage, where you don't need to use. If you don't need to use percentage, you can solve it by just doing this. That's it. Take care. Or also you can solve this question by 2 other ways also. I'm showing you all possible ways how you can solve this type of question. So there is another way you can solve this type of question also. Let's now see how we can do that. So think about it like this way. In the generic method, so I don't know about S1 and S2, but I know about iron and nickel, right? So if I take its S1, I'm taking S2, so I can say in S1 the iron is how much? That is 3/5 of S1 plus 4/5 of S2, total by S1 plus S2 is basically nothing but 13/20. You solve this thing, also you can find S1 is to S2. This is the method of direct weighted average. So by using weighted average also you can solve this type of question. So please remember how exactly you can solve this type of question. This is all different ways you can use this here to solve this type of question, right? So let's go for the next one. So next one we will discuss some questions definitely. So think about this question. Bottle 1 contains a mixture of milk and water in 7:2 ratio. and bottle 2 contains a mixture of milk and water in the ratio of 9:4. In what ratio of volumes should the liquids in bottle 1 and bottle 2 be combined to obtain a mixture of milk and water in 3:1 ratio? So you can see like the ratio is given. So the easiest way to solve this question, you need to find 3:1 ratio. So this ratio is given, this is given, and this is given. So one thing I can do it directly. So the first thing you can do it directly, like what is the proportion of milk in everywhere, right? So the proportion of milk everywhere you can find. So you can say this is 7/9 because 7/9 is the proportion. If it is 7:2, so the proportion of milk is 7/9. In this case, the proportion is 9/13. How 13 comes? 9 plus 4 is 13. In this case, it will be 3/3 plus 1, which is same as 3/4. So 7/9 is the proportion, 9/13 is also the proportion, and the average is how much? 3/4. Now what you need to find? You need to do it by the mixed alligation method. So what you need to do, like you just need to check which one is more. So this is 7/9, so 7/9, 9/13. So 7/2 is like 3.5, this is 3, so this has to be more. So what is 7/9 minus 3/4? 7/9 minus 3/4. This is nothing but 9 4s are 36. So if it is denominator is 36 and this is 28, 27. So it is 1/36, right? And similarly, if it is 1/36, 7 4s are 28 minus 3 9s are 27, right? Now I need to do what? That is 3/4 minus 9/13. So how much it is? So 3/4, 9/13, this is 52 obviously, and this is 39, and this is 36. 3 13 3 is 39, 36. So it is 3/52. So if you solve this thing now, so you'll get your answer obviously. So what is the ratio? The ratio is nothing but 3/52 is to 1/36. So which is same as 3 into 36 is to 52. So if you solve this thing, you'll get, this is 4 is like will be cancelled out. So this is 13, this is 9. So your answer is 27 is to 13. So hence the answer is 27 is to 13. I hope you have understood like how easily I can solve this question just by doing this particular thing. Okay. Or also you can use the method of direct method also you can use, like you can use the method of direct average also, like weighted average to solve this question, but this is much more easier. So I suggest you to solve it this way. Next question is 2 alloys containing copper and iron in the ratio 7:5, 5:3 are melted in equal quantities. Find the ratio of. Now if they are saying about equal quantity, now I'm showing you one particular method where we can deal with equal quantities. So one is 7:5, one is 5:3, right? So in case of 7:5, the total say 12, and what is the sum of 5 and 3? The total is 8. Now take the LCM of it. What is the LCM? That is 24. So I'm taking, this is 24 unit and this is also 24 unit, right? So in the 24, find the iron and copper in the resulting alloy. So in 24 unit, what is the amount of iron? The amount of iron is 24 into 7/12, right? And here what is the amount of iron? That is 24 into 5/8. And what is the amount of copper, or like copper, sorry, the amount of copper. This is the amount of copper. So next, what is the amount of iron? That is 24 into 5/12 plus 24 into 3/8. So if you solve this thing, so this is 2 4s are 2 7s are 14, 2 7s are 14 plus 15, 14 plus 15 here, and next is 10, and next is 8 3 is 99. So the answer is here 29/19. But the question categorically says about iron and copper. So if it is iron and copper, then the answer should have been 19:29, because the question is, this is copper and iron, but the question is iron and copper. So your answer should have been 19:29. Assuming my calculations are correct, I'm checking it again. So this is 24 unit, this is 24 unit, fine. So this is 7:5, that is copper and iron. So what is the amount of copper? 7/12, so that is 14, and this is 5/8, so that is 3 5s are 15, 29. So this is like 10, and this is like 3 3s are 9. So that is 9, that's 10, that is 19. So your answer should have been 19:29. So this thing is like 19:29. So that is basically the answer. I hope you have understood like how I solve this question, right? So this is like the easier way. Also you can solve it by using like mixed alligation method also, but don't do that. Like if it is like this, just add with the LCM. You understood why I have taken the LCM? Because just to make sure we are not using fractions. That's why we are taking LCM. Remember this, right? Next question is ratio of milk and water in two solutions are 2:3 and 3:2 respectively. Content of these two solutions are mixed in the ratio 1:4. Find the ratio of milk and water in the resultant solution. So it is 2:3 and 3:2, and the content of this thing is mixed in the ratio 1:4, right? So milk and water in two solutions. In the first solution it is 40%, in the second solution it is 60%. And are mixed in the ratio 1:4, right? So it is mixed in the ratio 1:4. Ratio of milk and water in the resultant solution. So what you need to do, like the cheaper one, that is 40, plus the difference, that is 20, 60 minus 40 is 20, into this one's proportion, that is 4/5. So your answer is 56. So 56% is what? Milk. So if milk is 56, then water is 44. So your answer is 14/11. So your answer is 14/11. So hence the answer is option B. Now you can see how fast we can solve this question if you use the shortcut. So remember, always try to use shortcut because it will give you less time and maximum benefit. So I've been solving this type of things again and again. And one thing I have to say, like if you please click the bell item as well. Like if you are not already subscribed to our channel, please subscribe our channel, please subscribe to this playlist as well, and please put like, please put comments as well. If you want to ask me anything, I'll try to take like all those videos also, like new videos also. Any kind of thing you want me to do a video on, please put a comment here and down. Take care. So let's discuss this question. Yes, let's discuss. This is a very good question and very important question. Very important. Just read the question first. I'm reading with you. There are two jars. One has 80 liter of liquor and two has 120 liter of liquor, right? Cost price of each liter of liquor 1 and liquor 2 is different. If X liter of liquor is replaced from each jar to another jar, such that the average cost price of each liter of mixture in both jars is same, find the value of X. What does it mean? That means, let's say here there is X. So I'm just using another, So let's say this is X. So this one is X liter, let's say, and this one is X liter, let's say. So this X liter is mixing here and this X liter is mixing here. So let's say I'm removing X liter from both cases and I'm mixing this X liter in the jar 1 and this X liter in jar 2. But remember one thing also, remember one thing very importantly as well. This is only, it's happening like our question is the average price of this two jar has to be equal. What do you mean by average price? Like average price per liter. Initially they have different price per liter. Now after mixing they should have the same price. So now the question is, what is the value of X, right? Now to solve this type of question, so one has 80 liter of liquor and two has 120 liter of liquor. So think about it like this way. So this is, let's say 80, this is, let's say 120 jar. So dono jar hai 80 and 120. Now this is liquor 1, this is liquor 2. Okay. Now I'm removing X from here. So let's say this is the portion, this portion is X. So this portion is X. So that is I'm removing. And here also, let's say this portion is X, that is also I'm removing. So this is X liter. So this is also X liter, this is also X liter, I'm removing, right? Now this X will come here and this X will go here. Okay. So let me use another pen. So this X when come here, so I can see this is X liter, this X liter is liquid 1, this X liter is liquid 1, right? So if X liter is liquid 1, this is total is 120, so this remaining 120 minus X should be liquid 2 or liquor 2, yes or no? Because X liter coming from here to here, so this X liter is liquor 1, this 120 minus X is liquor 2. Now similarly, this X is coming from here to here, so I'm just using another color, let's say, this color. So this one, let's say, this is X liter, that is liquor 2 here. So liquor 2 is X and this is liquor 1, which is nothing but 80 minus X is liquor 1, right? Because X liter liquor 1 is going there and X liter is going here. Do you understand me? So X in the first jar, 80 minus X is liquor 1 and X is liquor 2. In second jar, X is liquor 1 and 120 minus X is liquor 2. But we know one thing, if in a jar, the ratio of these two liquor is same, the ratio of these two liquor is same, then the average price per liter has to be same, right? The ratio of this 2 liquor is same, then the average price has to be same. Now we are going to use this concept only. Okay? So ratio is same, so average has to be same. So this is the concept we are going to use now. Now think about it, if I'm going to use this concept only, so this is 80 minus x, so I just need to find the ratio of liquor 1 and liquor 2 in this phase, like in this jar. So here the ratio is 80 minus x, that is liquor 1, and x is liquor 2. This is liquor 1, this is liquor 2. And in this case, x is liquor 1 and 120 minus x is liquor 2. And this has to be equal, because if the ratio is equal, then the average price should be equal. So if I solve this thing, so this is nothing but 9600 plus x square minus 200x is equal to x square. So if you solve this thing, you'll get 200x is equal to 9600. So what is x? X is 48. So your answer is 48. Okay? So that means you need to remove 48 liters. Then only the ratio will be the same. So I hope you have understood like how I solve this question. Remember one thing, the concept here, in each jar, the ratio of 2 liquids have to be same. If the ratio of 2 liquids are same, then only we can use this thing directly. Remember this very carefully. Now there is a shortcut to solve this type of question also. Now what is the shortcut to solve this type of question? The shortcut is AB by A plus B, right? So what is this? AB is, let's say this is 80 into 120 by 80 plus 120. So this is like the jar's volume. So if you solve this thing, you'll get directly 48. So hence your answer is 48. So that is the shortcut, AB upon A plus B. Otherwise the shortcut comes from this only. So please remember this. So this is how we solve this type of things, right? So this is where it actually lies. So if you understood this thing, we'll go for the next one, like next question. It is the last question of this video. The ratio of volume of rice and pulse in a khichdi is 3:5. The ratio of volume of rice and pulse in another khichdi is 9:4. If these two khichdi is mixed together, then what volume of second khichdi must be mixed with the 480 ml of the first khichdi to make a mixture? Contains 40% of pulse by volume. Okay. So they are giving you the average, right? So initially it is 3/8 is like the volume of rice and pulse. Then it is 9/13, yes. And 40% pulse. So this is 9/13 is the amount of rice. So rice is 9/13, 9/13. Here rice is 3/8. So I'm taking about the rice, right? Now they ask me about 40% of pulse. So if 40% pulse, 60% rice. So rice should be 3/5. So your average should be 3/5, right? So if your average is 3/5, so by doing the mixed alligation, what can I say? This is 9/13 minus 3/5. So this is 65. That is 9 3s are 5 9s are 45. So this is 45 minus 13 into 3 is 39, right? And here this is 3/5 minus 3/8, so that is 40. So if it is 40, so this is 8 3s are 24 minus 15. Okay? So 45 minus 39 is 6/65. And here पे आ गया 9/40. So 6/65, 9/40. Now you need to find the ratio. So the ratio is 6/65 is to 9/40. So if you do it, it's like 6 into 40 is to 9 into 65. Okay? So now I can say like the first quantity, then what volume of the second khichdi must be the 48. So this is 240, then this is how much? This is 9 into 65 is, let's say 9 into 65. Okay, not bad. So this is 240, then it is 9 into 65. So if it is 480, because it is given it has 480 ml, so it should be 9 into 65 into 2. Why into 2? Because 240 into 2 is 480. So if I do that 130, so this is 130 into 9, right? So your answer is 130 into 9 ml. So this is 1170 ml. So how much amount of first pulse you need to mix? That is 1170 ml. So also you need to understand, you need to calculate very smartly as well, because if you're not doing calculation smartly, you get a lot of problems, right? So this is all about this session. So this session we learned about like the mixture part. We also learned about how exactly we use this mixture alligation in this kind of questions. And also we have learned so many things about different questions as well. So, and I guess, yeah, I hope you are loving this kind of session. So please put your comments. Like, I would love to see your comments, and please like it also. And if you have anything, like you have anything in your mind you want to ask me, you can ask me there also. And not only that, you also do one more important thing. Also, you can give me feedbacks about like what exactly next thing you want me to do. So see you guys in the next video.